Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic because I know that so many of you out there are creating content, putting yourself out there online, and you're worried that you will run out of content. So is anyone in a situation where they think, I don't want to put out all of my best stuff because I'm worried I'll have nothing left? I don't want to use all my content too quickly because what if I run out and then I've got nothing to share? These are the things that I want to try and overcome with you today. How you can continue to feel inspired in creating new content so that you don't worry that you're going to run out, that there isn't enough content out there for you to create, and that your audience are going to feel lost because you stop showing up, because you stop posting content. I don't want any of these things to be things that you need to worry about, and I don't want them to be fears that stop you from creating content and getting yourself out there. So we are going to be talking about some very simple strategies that can help keep you inspired in creating new content. Tip number one, write down every experience that you have, good, bad, positive, negative, amazing, or terrible. You never know when that content could resonate with someone else, and when you will find the right time to share it to empower others. So anything that you experience, whether it is some really horrible experiences online with some people writing negative comments, whether it is you go on holiday and they lose your bags and you therefore you don't know what to do and you become stressed and agitated, whether it's no one's buying your course, whether it's you've had the most amazing success in your course that you've launched and you didn't know how you've done it, you don't know how you've done it, all of these things become your content. Your experience are why people want to connect with you. So don't ever worry that you have to just have these bullet point lists of everything you need to create. So we need to talk about procrastination, overwhelm, stress, fatigue, and then you have nothing to share. It doesn't work that way. So write down all of the experiences that you have, and you can repurpose those experiences when you're ready and when the time is right into content. And you can turn them into live trainings, videos, blogs, Instagram posts, courses, programs, coaching. All of your experiences will expand out into other people and help them to learn from your struggles, to learn from your challenges, and to learn from your triumphs. So write down everything that you experience, and then you can come back to it when you are feeling a bit uninspired and you're not sure what to share, and look at those experiences and see what fits for that moment that you can then share online. Tip number two, sometimes we can actually forget who the content is for, and we just think that we need to post anything that is within our genre. So if you are a confidence coach, you might think that you need to be staying in that confidence field, thinking about self-confidence, self-worth. If you're an anxiety coach, you might be sticking with mental health, anxiety, panic attacks. If you're a business coach, you want to think about business, entrepreneurship, money, income. However, you need to think about what will serve your audience most. And sometimes they need something a bit different. So I was thinking about this for myself and for this channel, and thinking about how just because I want to talk about certain topics doesn't mean that they're the topics you want to hear about. And I was going through my analytics, and some really top things that you have enjoyed from this channel so far are things like procrastination, overwhelm, success affirmations, books to read. These aren't specific to business and entrepreneurship, but they are to do with your mindset. So I now need to think about the content. It doesn't need to inspire me as much as it needs to inspire my community. How do I want them, and who is that content for? So you need to think about who you're directing your content at, because it won't always be the same people. Sometimes your content could be for the demotivated, the people that are just feeling really uninspired. Sometimes your content will be for those absolute action go-getters, and they want to be empowered and uplifted. So you need to think about who your content is for. Who is it for, and how can you serve them from that space before you post anything? So when you're feeling worried and you don't feel inspired about what to post and what content to create, think about who you're trying to serve and what they might need from you. My next top tip links to tip number one, but can you actually share your story? Can you talk more about your journey and how you've got to where you are? Because that is content that is priceless. Documenting your journey and talking about how far you've come and where you've been isn't only amazing for your community to feel inspired, but it can inspire you when you come back 6 months later and you watch that video. So it's really important to think about, how can you use your journey and document that as content? How can you turn that into your visuals? How can you turn that into your message? How can you allow that to inspire your community? And that content is honest, it's real, it's genuine, and it's what your community really wants. They want to be able to connect with you, the real person behind your brand. So please think about what stories you haven't shared yet. What happened to you when you were younger? Childhood memories, traumas, amazing accomplishments. What can you share that you haven't shared yet? How can you allow people into your life and take them deeper into a relationship with you, where they can start to trust you on a deeper level, know you on a deeper level, and connect with you on a deeper level? That will inspire them, and it will definitely inspire you. And that's already within you. You already have that content. It's your life, it's your experiences. So, how can you turn your experiences into amazing, empowering, inspiring messages and talk from the heart? Just be yourself. You're here to create deeper connections, not to post content that doesn't help or connect you with your community. So when you're feeling uninspired, go back to you, go back to your story, go back to your journey. How can you use that to help and inspire others? And my final top tip, can you repurpose? A lot of early entrepreneurs make the mistake of thinking that you have to have brand new different content on every different platform every single day. Can you repurpose a post on Instagram with the caption into the words, so that caption into a post on your Instagram, and rephrase it slightly and put a different photo? Can you then turn that into a live and talk all about that content? Can you repurpose? You do not need to have brand new content on every single platform every single day. You just need to word and phrase and actually invite people into that content in the right way. So for example, on Instagram, you might have a way that you do your caption layout. On Facebook, you might have a different layout. So all you need to do is make sure that you make your content personal to the platform, but you can repurpose. You can use the same thing more than once. You can also use the same thing 2 weeks later, a month later. So my photos still on Instagram are of me in Antigua because I have so many. They're so on brand, they're so high vibe, and they really speak my personality. So I'm gonna carry on using them. I'm not in Antigua at the moment, but that's great. I can repurpose that content. I can still use that. And I can repurpose my YouTube videos, and I can post the links into my Instagram and take people there. I can post the links into Facebook. So that's still content on those platforms, but it's not brand new content. So don't feel that you always have to create brand new content. All you need to do is rephrase it so that it suits the way you speak and your language on that platform that you're posting on. So think about repurposing your content and sharing it in multiple ways on multiple platforms, which makes minimal effort for you, but maximum impact. And that's what you need to be thinking about. How can you be repurposing your content? And that way you don't need to feel inspired 5 different times with 5 different platforms, with 5 different bits of content. You need one that you can then share and spread across all platforms. My final message for you is, when you're feeling uninspired and you're worried that you're going to run out of content, please just go back to yourself. Go back to why you're here. Go back to who you're serving. And go back to reminding yourself that you're on a journey. This isn't a race. There isn't a destination that you need to stop at. You can take this as far as you want to. And you have to make sure that the content you're putting out there is resonating with you, but also resonating with your community. So I hope you use these top tips to help you when you feel uninspired to create content. And I hope that it helps you to remember that creating content doesn't need to be difficult, doesn't need to take lots of time, and you're definitely not going to run out. I'll see you on the next video, which is an absolute treat. You are going to love it. It's a little bit different, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a spoiler. There's 3 things I say in it a lot: real life, real talk, real answers. So if you are waiting for that video, you're gonna have an absolute blast. I had a blast filming it, and I am in different locations. Anyway, I don't want to ruin it, but it's going to be super fun. So I will definitely see you in the next video, and I can't wait to hang out with you more on YouTube, talking about your content, talking about your business, talking about your mindset, and just absolutely having a fabulous time, because who doesn't want to have a fabulous time?